Hiya, you alright? I'm going to move my arse in a minute. I'm just having a lazy afternoon. Well, I've not had a lazy afternoon. I've been busy. I've attempted to make caramel shortbread, but I had a bit of a disaster with the caramel. So I've left that. I'm waiting to see how it cools, but I'm fairly sure it's no good. But I need to make some tea. And I'm thinking, what have I got? I've got some pork chops, so we'll have them. And in my vegetable box this week, I got some leeks. So I think I'll do leeks in a cheesy sauce. Baked leeks in cheese sauce, that sounds nice. With grilled pork chops, and I'll put some apple sauce on the top and cover them in cheese. What do you think about that? And some new potatoes maybe. I'll get on with that in a minute. I'll get on with my cheese sauce first. So 40 grams of butter, melt that. So that add 40 grams of plain flour and just cook it out. And you want to do this for a couple of minutes until the flour or this doughy mixture that you've got turns a lighter colour. If you don't cook it out, you get a bit of a raw dough taste, and we don't want that. That's about done now. I'll show you the colour. Do you see it's gone light? Go in with about half a pint of milk. Now you have to keep stirring. Trust the process. Keep it moving. As that milk gets warm, the sauce will start to thicken. Don't worry about lumps. They'll disappear. Just keep it moving. You can see your sauce getting thick. Another half pint of milk. Just keep stirring. Use the whisk if you need to. If you find your sauce is getting too thick, splash more milk. Stir in a teaspoon of mustard. This is English mustard. You can use Dijon mustard, any mustard that you like. It won't taste of mustard, but mustard makes cheese taste cheesier. Stir in 100 grams of mature grated cheddar. If you use strong cheese, you'll use less of it. Stir that through. We need to taste it. We need to make sure it's cheesy enough. Needs a bit more cheese. I've grated another 100 grams and I'm going to keep a little bit back for the top. So I'll put most of it in, but keep a sprinkle back. Now you've just made a basic cheese sauce. Now this is good for a basic macaroni cheese. Stir it through pasta with some ham. It freezes, so if you've got leftovers, just put it in a container in the freezer and you've got a sauce to pull out whenever you need it. I like pepper in my cheese sauce, so there's about a teaspoon going in there. I'm not telling you how much seasoning you like. Use salt and pepper to your own tastes. Clean spoon, I'm not double dipping. Have another taste. You have to taste it or you don't know. That's where we need to be. So there's about 150 grams of cheese in there. And I would say about 700 to 800 mils of milk altogether. But that's a good solid cheese sauce there. I want to show you my butter dish. I really like it. It's got a little knife on the top, see? There's my butter. Because I just had it in the packet in the cupboard. And now I've got a little dish to put it in. I'll put a link on because there'll be somebody that says, where did you get that from? So I'll put a link on, so if you want one. But how cute is that? They come in different colours too. So that's your sauce done. Set that aside. Let's fry some leeks. Pan with a bit of oil. I had 2 leeks in my veg box this week, so I've chopped them up and I've washed them because they were a bit gritty. In they go. We're going to fry them off until they're nice and soft. I'm going to actually make it leek and cauliflower because there was a cauliflower in my box as well, and just to make it more of a substantial dish, leek and cauliflower gratin. That's leek and cauliflower in cheesy sauce. So I'm just going to boil this until it's just done. I'll break it into florets, softening nicely. I've drained the cauliflower. What you need to do is make sure it's nice and dry because a lot of water comes off cauliflower. Sorry, you can't see, it's the steam. A lot of water comes off cauliflower, and quite often when you make like cauliflower cheese, it can be watery because more water still comes from the cauliflower. So let it sit in the sieve, steaming and draining and getting rid of the excess moisture. Grab a dish, tip the cauliflower in. Now don't overcook your cauliflower, it's still a bit hard because it'll cook again when we finish it off under the grill or in the oven. You don't want soggy cauliflower. Maybe you do, maybe you like it like that, and if you like it like that, that's grand. Pour the leeks in as well. Just pour this sauce all over. This little 50 grams of cheddar. Got a handful of mozzarella cheese going over as well. Totally up to you. You do you, put on whatever cheese you like. And finally, I'm just going to go over with a gratin of parmesan. Now there is a reason for these different cheeses. So you've got the cheesy cheddar for the cheesiness. It's extra strong cheddar, so it's cheesy. You don't need a lot of it. Parmesan is for saltiness, and mozzarella is for texture. That's going to give you that stringiness when you scoop. Sorry, my battery went there. The mozzarella's for the stringiness when you scoop it up, you know, and it's stringy. But only about 30 grams of parmesan, not much. Looks gorgeous. Look at that silky smooth sauce. If you're ready to eat this now, you can just pop it under the grill to melt the cheese. I'm setting it aside because we're not having our dinner yet, we're having it later on. So I'll just pop that in the oven when I'm ready to bake it off. A great dish for making ahead. You can even make it the day before, just keep it in the fridge. Sorry, my washing machine's on spin and I'm not knocking it off because it's nearly finished. I've just done some new potatoes. Peeled them and I'm just going to warm them up in the oven. Just a drizzle of olive oil and a bit of salt and pepper. That's it. Got 3 pork chops going into a hot pan. Leave them alone. The leeks were cooked in this pan. I'm not putting any more oil in. There'll be enough comes out of the pork fat. We won't need any more. Make sure you sit the chop on the fat side like this so that you can sear it. See? Render that fat down a bit. For the last minute or two of cooking, add about 3 tablespoons of applesauce to the pan and just finish them off in that last couple of minutes in the applesauce. Just gives them a nice sweetness and flavour and a lovely looking glaze as well. Take them off the heat. Just let them rest there a couple of minutes in the pan before you serve them. Potatoes. Isn't that a good looking dinner? Let's serve some of this up. Look at that. Delicious. Don't forget these apple pieces. Just look at that sauce. It's not runny, it's creamy, it's cheesy. And how delicious is that? I'll just have a taste of this. This leek and cauliflower cheese gratin is delicious. The sauce is creamy, cheesy, thick, unctuous, luxurious. Delicious. That cauliflower has still got texture to it, it hasn't gone soft. That is the best way to have cauliflower. Delicious pork chop, cooked all the way through with just that sweetness of the apple, just makes a difference. Now, people are going to ask, there's always somebody says, how long did those chops take to cook? I can't give you a time. They're cooked when they're cooked. Keep an eye on them. Do not overcook them because that's when you get a dry, leathery chop. They need to be just cooked, so don't walk away from the pan. Keep an eye on them. A high heat, both sides. Make sure that fat's nicely cooked as well. Tender, delicious. And that apple sauce, that's beautiful. And it goes nice with the cheese. Anyway, I'm going to go and sit with Ian now. I've only got one chop. Ian's got two. He's been at work all day. I'm going to go and enjoy this. Whatever you're having for your tea, enjoy it. And I shall see you soon. Don't forget to like and share. And thank you so much for following. Bye bye.